Okay, I have no idea why I just did that. I just feel like being goofy for like a few seconds. So today I'm going to make a commentary on a video that I recently drawn that is not portrait. Is the first time that I tried a particular scenery like this, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, the finished product. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, it looks okay. Uh, Fairly realistic if you view it small enough. The branches are terrible because I was just testing things around. I didn't expect the result to be quite as realistic as it is, despite how badly I drew the trees. But I am overall happy with the way it turned out. So I'm just gonna quickly explain my process, and it's very easy. Really, it's easy. I always say things are easy, and people say, yeah, it's easy for you, but it's not easy for everyone. I'm like, no, really. You just don't have the correct teacher, right teacher. Okay, so first of all the tools that I'm using is what I use for charcoal, so nothing new there. Pencil, dirty blending stump, my charcoal, my own brand of charcoal pencil, and I think that's about it. Maybe, oh yeah, your eraser. That's it. So because the ratio of YouTube Shorts is gonna look like this, and I start out with just left and right with some fog. I have no idea what's going on at this point. I was hoping as my imagination gets better, I believe I have. Did I have a screenshot to help me, or did I have a video that I ran a few times? This was 2 weeks ago. I think I ran the video like a few times, so I pretty much have an idea what I'm seeing. Because the image was basically in my head. All right, so I just did some random blur everywhere, like for no reason, and because the road is in the middle, put some more dark tones down on the left side and on the right side. Let's see. And you can't really go wrong. There's no, it's like you can make a little bit darker, a little bit lighter, a little bit darker here, lighter there. There's no particular, it, I don't know how you can go wrong, right? So once I did that, I leave some room in the bottom for the road, and I started doing some random. I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly. Like some random smudges here and there, and then I did some random lines, and those supposed to be tire tracks. And I drew some random shades here and there. That's our brand tend to fill up even abstract looking things, as long as they are surrounded by realistic looking things with information that's not there. So some people will see like a branch, some people will see like a rock come out, people will see all different things. That's the beauty of doing art like this. You get to be a participant just like I do. I don't. That's one of the reasons I don't like those hyper realistic drawings. Those are less towards art and more towards a particular feat, a demonstration of skill. While I think art requires a little bit of participation from both viewer and the artist. But that's just me, you don't have to agree. And you can see as I finished on the ground, I made the tire track a little bit darker. That's all I did. And I added a little bit of dirty, uh, just dirty marking here and there. And notice in the moment I add a little bit of dirty, I think I just ran the dirty tissue that I had over the middle of the road, and suddenly it looks like there's like snow, right? There's like a few inches of snow. It's just, it's crazy how our minds are just really creative like that, and just we're filling the gaps. And at this point, I feel like the depth is there. I feel like the fog and the shadow is there. The sky is there because it's the brightest part on the on the top. Next thing you do is just trees, which are just sticks of various tone values. Of course, once that's further away, you want to make it very light, so it's like blocked by fog. And once that you want it to seem closer, make it a little bit darker. That's all. And that's exactly what I did. Here, I'm making, you know, a particular shade just to test around. The sticks, there is a way to make sticks more realistic. I didn't pay attention to that. I could do that. Here I made the sticks a little bit too uniform, so that lose a little bit of realism there. But hey, it serves well as a demonstration. And once the branches are done, I use eraser and I put some highlights down, which will be seen as snow. And done, done. And drawings like that, sometimes I always have people ask me like, "Oh, well, you can draw portrait, great. Can you draw scenery? Can you draw still life?" Well, that's like asking a guy who can run, "Can you walk? Can you crawl?" Yes, you can. Because think about it. If you make a mistake in tone value, if you make the sky a little bit too white, if you make the left side or right side a little bit too dark, it's still gonna look realistic. It's still gonna look great. If you make the tree branches different, if you make them off, if you make the ratios weird, if you make the tone values different, proportions weird, it's still gonna look realistic, right? That's not true with portraiture. You gotta make everything extremely precisely. There is almost no room for error. Same thing with still life. Still life, it's a bit more strict with proportions and values, but still much less forgiving than a decent portraiture. So that's why I always say, if you can do portrait, you can draw anything. And I did that within like less than half an hour, and that was me watching a movie in the background, and I was just playing around. And I feel like this will be a good demonstration to show you guys what charcoal can do and how easy it can be done. You might need somebody doing that with like regular pencil. It probably take them like 30 hours. Something that can be done in like 20 minutes. So yeah, I have done a portrait that's almost finished editing, a new one that I'm going to release in the next few days. So please make sure you subscribe, because apparently you need to remind people to do that. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. And apparently the more violent you say it, the better. So put some dynamite around the subscribe button, blow it up, get some acid, melt the bell, destroy it. I don't know. Snap it out of existence. I don't know. Destroy it, crash it, whatever you want to do it. And make sure you turn the bell on, and I will have more videos for you guys very soon.